a very happy good evening. So this is Krishna Ma'am and we've been talking about the story of life on earth, and that's biology. So here we are in Let's Discuss Now series. So here we are talking about the second sample paper and the second part of botany. The first part of botany we have already discussed. The first 25 questions I've already discussed. So here we are going to discuss the next 25 questions and see how the questions are. I hope this is really helpful for you in solving a new paper, completely a new one. So you know how to solve, how to begin, how to analyze. So you should know which question comes from which chapter, so which concepts you're weak, which concepts you're really strong. So all that should be counted. All right. So here we go. So question 1. So this paper we've already started. So 25 questions we have covered. So it's a continuation of the remaining 25. Right. So question number 26. Which of the following types of RNA is not a part of protein synthesis in bacterial cell? So you have rRNA, hnRNA, tRNA, and none of these. So first of all, this question comes from the chapter Molecular Basis of Inheritance. Right. So in bacteria, you do not have this hnRNA, which is coded for by the RNA polymerase 2. So this is the right answer. Okay, so here I go to the next question. So question number 27. Which of the following is not an example of an alien species? So the alien species here, which is not an alien species, is the 𝐊𝐕𝐏𝐾. So the 𝐊𝐕𝐏𝐾 is a type of barnacles. So barnacles come under your competitive inhibition. So it is your 𝐊𝐕𝐏𝐾. So that is not an alien species. All the others are alien species. Lantana is a type of plant. So this question comes from the chapter Organism and Population. All right. Yes. So here we move forward to question number 28. Which of the following plants produce highly poisonous cardiac glycosides? So why do plants have to produce cardiac glycosides? So it is for only one reason, so that it protects itself from the from the predator. So this also comes from the chapter Organism and Population. It is your Calotropis, that is the milkweed plant. Okay, yes. So here we go to next question, question 29. A specific drug X binds to specific receptors present in our central nervous system and gastrointestinal tract. And a drug Y is obtained from paper-based somniferum. So you have to identify X and Y. So which binds to your CNS and your GIT? So that is your opioid. So X is your opioid. Okay, and Y is your morphine. So it would be option B, right? Clear? Okay, so here we go to next question. So question 30 of 50. The tRNA anticodon UAC. So the tRNA is clover leaf shaped, right? So it is UAC on the tRNA, right? So this is the first base on the tRNA and this is the last base. But it is vice versa. So this will be the third base. Sorry, this is the, right? So this will be the third base and the first base will be here. Okay. Okay. So how it goes? So how do you read? So U it pairs with A and A with U, G. So it is like this. This is the first base and this is the third base. So this is how the pairing happens. So this is AUG and AUG codes for methionine. Right? Okay, so coming to question number 31, which of the following is not a human model for the Human Genome Project? So the HGP was done. So this comes from the chapter Molecular Basis of Inheritance. Okay, so Canarbellus was used, Drosophila was used, Arabidopsis was used. Mirabilis, which is your 4 o'clock plant, does not come here. That comes in your incomplete dominance, right? Okay, so question number 32. Which of the following plant employs sexual deceit to get pollinated? So deceit is cheating. Okay, so what does the word sexual deceit mean? So there is one type of flower in which one petal resembles the color, the shape, the size of a particular insect which is supposed to pollinate that particular flower. That is your sexual deceit. So which of the following? It is your Opris, it is your Mediterranean orchid, and normal orchids, they undergo this sexual deceit. So the answer will be both B and C. So question 33, as we move upward in a tropic level pyramid of a grassland, the biomass dry weight will gradually. So tropic pyramids are like this. So this is from the ecosystem chapter. So initially I have producers, then I have primary consumers, then I have secondary consumers, then I have tertiary consumers, right? So as I go up, probably the biomass seems to increase because the number of primary consumers can be more, but as it reaches the tertiary consumer, it will decrease. So it increases, then it decreases. Alright, so question number 34, which of the following norms is equivalent to Euro 2 norm? So this Euro 2 norm talks about the sulfate control in your diesel and in your petrol. So this is equivalent to Bharat stage 2 norm. In India, it is Bharat stage 2 norm. Alright, so we go to the next question, question 35. So which of the following megacity does not come under the Bharat stage 4 2010 for the four-wheelers in India? It's a kind of pollution control. So this was done for the major cities except Mathura. Alright, yes. But these questions are pretty rare, it does not pop up, it's not really important. Erythrina is commonly pollinated by which of the following? It is commonly pollinated by birds. So this is how your Erythrina plant looks like. It is commonly called as the tiger's claw. That is how it looks, and this is your Erythrina plant. Alright, so here we come to question 37. So in a bacteria, you have this UUU codon, and even in a rat, UUU codes for phenylalanine. So this talks about the universality of the genetic code. That is, the genetic code is universal, right? So question 38, select the mRNA sequence transcribed from the given DNA. So I have the DNA double strand 5' to 3' and 3' to 5'. Right? So if I have to transcribe it, it goes in this direction. So this will become 5' to 3'. Right? So A, it will be U. T, A, G, C, C, G, A, U. T, A, G, C, C, G, A, U, because it's RNA, right? Then T, A, G, C, C, G, A, U and A. So this is the right order. Fine. So we go to question number 39. So in a DNA structure, bond A joins the deoxyribose sugar. So a sugar and a nitrogenous base is joined by which bond? And forms a sugar phosphate backbone. The nitrogenous base is attached to each other by which bond? C. Okay, so you have different nitrogenous bases, that is adenine binds with thymine and guanosine binds with cytosine. So this is your hydrogen bond. The first bond is your glycosidic bond. So it will be A is glycosidic bond, C is hydrogen bond. So B would be your phosphodiester bond, that is not mentioned. So the right answer would be this. A is glycosidic bond and G is hydrogen bonds. So question 40, you have to select the incorrect pair. So this question comes from plant growth and development. Abscisic acid, dormancy of bud, right. Cytokinin, opening of stomata, that's right. Auxin, apical dominance, that's also right. Gibberellin, feminizing effect is wrong. So we go to the next question, question 41. So photosynthetic efficiency can be calculated as, so know that this chapter comes from photosynthesis in higher plants. So this is energy in gross primary productivity by energy in incident solar radiation. So this is a direct formula. So coming to question 42, if the zooplanktons have a DDT concentration of 0.04 parts per million, then what will be the level of DDT concentration in fish-eating birds in the given pop food chain? So this question comes from your ecosystem. No, probably it's from yeah, it is from ecosystem only, I guess. No, this is from environmental issues. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Yes, it is from environmental. You can say it from both, right? Yes. So this is the level, okay. So this is the food chain that is given. So they said in zooplanktons it is 0.04 parts per million. So we have to know in fish-eating birds, it is 25 parts per million. So if I show you this figure, probably you can understand. So this is the figure that was shown, right? So you have water, zooplankton, small fish, large fish, and fish-eating birds. So fish-eating birds is 25 parts per million. Right? So question number 24, Matthews Meselson and Franklin Stahl performed an experiment in which they proved that DNA replicates semi-conservatively. Identify the organism which is used in that experiment, that was E. coli. So this is from molecular basis of inheritance. Nematode specific genes were introduced into the host plant using the nematode specific, the nematode was Melodogrine incorrecta, but it was inserted into the plant using agrobacterium because it's a natural vector for the plant. So 45, which of the following restriction enzyme is used to cut the given site? So GATTC is EcoR1 restriction site. This is from biotech. A student wants to understand the concept of incomplete dominance through the field experiment. Which of the following plant he will choose? Mirabilis, the 4 o'clock plant, Antihyrinum, that is your dog flower. So he will choose both A and B. So question number 47, which of the following structure is present in the chloroplast of Chlamydomonas? So Chlamydomonas is an green algae. So green algae have pyrenoids, which is their storage material. So they do not have well-defined leaves, so mesophyll is not there. The cell wall is made up of cellulose, not pectose. Then they do not have well differentiated. So probably they are eukaryotes, so they can have an endoplasmic reticulum. But which structure is present in the chloroplast? That is pyrenoids. Okay, mesophyll contains the chloroplast in certain cases. So this comes from the chapter Plant Kingdom. Right. So 48, in the apical meristem of the shoot, the meristematic zone is covered by which of the following? It is covered by the leaf primordium. So the figure is here. So this is the question you have to concentrate. So the tip is covered by leaf primordium, and this figure is there in your textbook, right? Yes. So we go to question number 49. So identify the correct floral formula for the family Liliaceae. So this is from the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants, right? So you have 3 families, Leguminaceae, Solanaceae and Liliaceae. So when you talk about Liliaceae, the third family, the G is 3. So the families will be 1, 2 and 3. So this will be the right formula. This is perianthus present here. Right? So this is epiphyllous condition. So your perianth and your androecium is joined. Right? So the last question, there are different patterns of life cycle in organism. Identify the organism having haplodiploidic life cycle. That is, they differentiate between the predominant sporophyte and the gametophyte. So that will be 𝐊𝐕𝐏𝐾, which is a type of algae. So with this, we are done with the second sample paper discussing botany questions, which were 50 questions. So now, day after tomorrow, that is on Friday, I will be discussing the zoology part of this paper. So meanwhile, tomorrow we will be talking about highlight series, where I will highlight important concepts, important parts that is needed in your biology. So tomorrow I am starting with photosynthetic pathways. So please be there tomorrow at 3:15 to know more about your photosynthetic pathway. Alright, so if you genuinely liked my way of teaching, so please do like, share and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions, so please put up in the chat box. You are most welcome to do that. So I'll meet you tomorrow at 3:15. So until then, this is me signing off. So take care and bye. Thank you.